So block and a blanket, it's the way we set up. Connecting to your music. And if you didn't get it recently, so Sunday evening, the newsletter went out. If you didn't get it, it goes up on the website. And the premise is that words matter. And then when we change our words, we change our interaction. When we change our words, we change our circumstance. And so the example that I gave was, what's good? Instead of, I'm finding recently the question of how are you is charged and is prone to tune me into what's been difficult, or I find myself divided because I'm thinking about my words as a means of pleasing the other person. And so I think to myself, how am I? It's a massive question, but what are you prepared to hear? I'm fine. And so right there, we've created a circumstance that isn't landed in trust, that isn't aligned with how we truly feel, and our words are already betraying us. And so how can we come into a trust of this exchange with another person if we've already sort of bent our words so that they feel good or we feel good? And instead, what I offered in the newsletter was the option of saying, as you encounter someone during the course of this practice, so for the next 40 days or so, what's good? At the end of the day, Adam came home yesterday and I gave him a smile and I was like, what's good? And he stopped and he was like, I found such a great parking place. And it was so simple, but it paused us both at a place that was true and mundane, and yet it said, I see you and I meet you and I offer you light. And so what we're doing here is we're clearing our mind. This sequence is so beautiful for calming us down, for clearing our mind, for creating continuity. And then when our mind is clear, our words are different. Everything we say then becomes a little bit clearer, a little bit brighter. And our receiving is a little bit clearer and a little bit brighter. So add your oils, if you choose, across the chest and down the back of your neck, right to the base of the throat. And then bringing your palms together, brisk and clear, calling in guidance and support. Ong Namo, I bow to everything outside of me, guiding me, healing me, holding me. Guru Dev Namo, I bow to everything inside of me, rising to meet it all. 3 times, use your sound. Inhale. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. And roll your shoulders and roll your wrists and shake it out. Vishuddha is our playlist, and we start at oceans, coming to lie on your back. So we have 30 minutes of asana, right? We have 30 minutes to really settle into the bodies before we settle further. So knees bent, feet flat, hands down. On your inhale, your hand goes overhead. On your exhale, right hand down. Inhale, left hand overhead. Turn your palm to face the ceiling and down. Continue like this. As you reach overhead, a little further out into the right hand. and down. A little further into the left. So each time you lift your hand overhead, imagine you're getting your fingertips a little further away from your heels. And as you lift your hand overhead, press the opposite palm into the floor and feel the diagonal between hand and hand. It doesn't feel like much, but you are really changing from the center of your chest, your sternum across to the shoulder, across the pectorals. You're clearing the shoulder joint in its most primary function. 3. And exhale down. And 2. And 1. Turn your palms open, pause for a beat. Just notice across the collarbones, the back of the neck. And knees to chest. You'll roll up and over. If you want to, put your blanket underneath your knees. Your hands are beneath your shoulders, a tuck of the chin to round the back, and then a reach of the chin to arch through the chest. Inhale, exhale. Feel the space that you made on your back. Chest is broad, shoulders are broad, heart is long. Good. So the right toes go back, tucked under, and bring your right knee to your chest, rounding, and then arching. So the movement through your throat and through your spine remains. And from that movement of the spine, you're sending the foot forward and back. And through the movement of your thigh, you're sending the breath in and out. Draw your right knee towards your shoulder and across. Knee to the shoulder and back. So your right knee coming to the elbow or the shoulder and crossing to the left side behind you. 3, 2, good. Step your right foot straight out of the right hip, heel in line with your hip. Put your fingertips to the floor, tuck your left toes under, and with a tuck of the chin, sit your hips back towards your left heel. There's your breath out. Inhale as you rise up, standing more clearly in your right foot. Take your hips back. Feel the stretch across your top of your right foot, the outer ankle, the inner thigh. Rise up and fold back. And as you go back a little bit side to side, through the ribs, through the hips, keeping your right foot sealed to the floor. Feeling the elbows open, feeling the shoulders open. To rise up and stand your right foot outside of your right hand and turn your toes out to 2 o'clock. Left hand, put a block beneath your left hand. And your right hand now begins a backstroke, a big reverse circle. Bending your knee, heart comes forward, and circle. Your right heel is driving the movement of your hips. And then keep your right arm beside your ear and let your hips continue to move forward and back. Notice where you get a little stuck, a little sticky. Keep your right knee bent. Press the left hand down, left foot down. Lift your knee, revolve your navel to the right. Left heel back, right knee forward. Scissor the thighs. And looking down, setting down, changing sides. So put your block on the right side. And return to cat-cow. For 3. For 2, it quickens. You'll keep this same movement. But on arch, you take your left foot back, and on the round, You draw your left knee to chest. Exhale. Inhale. Draw your left knee outside your left elbow or shoulder and across to the right. Open the hip, the side of the left ribs, using the left side obliques. And step your left foot outside of your left hand. Turn your toes to 10 o'clock. Add the block beneath your right hand. No. Left foot straight out. In line with your left hip, foot flat, fingertips only, and fold yourself back. Stand in the heel, the ball of the foot, the outer edge of your left foot, and then rise up, open. So that you're finding the outer seam and the inner thigh. And rise. We have a foundation through the legs, through the hips. Always beginning by grounding ourselves into the body into the earth. A little side to side. Now we rise up, the left foot outside of the left hand, the hand to the block on the right side, and the backstroke begins with the left arm. So we move the shoulders separately, one at a time in a sequence of a deal. And it allows the asymmetry of our habits to begin to be mended. The dexterity of one hand over the other, the overuse of one shoulder over the other. Let them become even. Arm beside your ear, hips forward and back. And keeping the left knee bent, press your right hand straight down, lift your knee, and revolve, turning the navel left. Reach your right heel back and your left knee forward and scissor the thighs between them. And then sweep down. Knees wide. Toes together, child's pose. A little bit side to side. Rising to hands and knees and then rising to kneel. Sweep your hands up. As you open your hands wide, turn your thumbs down and the backs of your hands to your spine. Fold in. Sweep wide, reach up, and then thumbs down, hands back, exhale. Inhaling up, and exhaling down. This time only the right hand to rise. As you fold, turn your chin left. Reach the left, turn your chin right as you fold. Inhale right. And turn your chin left. Left hand up. And turn right. Right. And fold. And up. And down to stay. Wag the tail. Down, dog. Let the knees soften, let the elbows extend open. Let the thumbs root down into the ground and the base of the first fingers settle. Fold the blanket aside. And you'll step your feet up, hands to your hips, knees bent, drop into your seat to stand tall. Left foot steps back, feet in 2 lines, squaring the hips. Left hand wide, thumb down. Take the back of your hand to your spine. Right hand wide, thumb down, back of your hand to your spine. So right hand to the back, left hand high, hinge at the hips, fold down. Hand to the floor, or if it doesn't reach, hand to a block. Check that your hips are square, drop your head. This will be exhale. Inhale, rise up, arm beside your ear. Open the left side and fold. Turn your navel right. Inhale up. Anchor the left heel and hinge at the hips. One more. Folding. Hand to the block or hand to the floor. Dropping your head, scissor your thighs again. Heels into the floor. And the bottoms of your feet are long, all the way into the toes. Your hamstrings are long, and the spine elongates, and the right shoulder rolls open, and the navel turns right. Soften your right knee, left hand to your hip, stand up tall, and step up to change. Pause. The right foot steps back. Good. The left hand wide, thumb down to the mid-back. Right hand up. Look up, reach, and hinge. Use this first one to find the floor or find your block. Square your right hip forward, hips high, head low. From here we move. Right hand up, inhale. And then exhale, fold, navel to spine and turning left. To reach. Standing in the left heel, in the right heel. Hinge from there. A little longer, a little further, one more. And fold. To pause. Feel the heels, feel the toes. Lengthen the hamstrings to lengthen the spine. Turn your navel left to roll the left shoulder open. Open your left hand. Spread your fingers wide. Put a bend in your left knee, right hand, right hip. Stand up. And step up. Let it through. Feel your heels become even. Feel your legs become even. The left foot steps back. The hands are low. And as you bend your front knee into warrior one, reach your hands forward ahead of your toes and stand on your back heel. This will be inhale. And then hands down will be exhale. So inhale, reach. And exhale back. And the temptation is to go forward and instead root into your back heel and let your back thigh be ever the anchor. And down. Reaching forward, keep your left hand as it is and only the right hand down. Turn your navel right and reach up. Inhale, arms long. Exhale, hand down, reach your hands apart. And again, reach. And right hand down, hands reach apart. Square the hips. And as you come forward, stay. Draw your hands overhead, draw your ribs back, lift the left thigh for 3. A declaration, broaden through the shoulders, open through the elbows, ribs in, bending the right knee as you're ready. 2. Front knee to straighten, step up. change. Right foot steps back, feet flat, bend the front knee, reach forward, opening out. And then hands down. So the right heel is your anchor. Inhale. And exhale. Use your attention, your intention to reach backwards into the floor. And right. Tuck of the chin, ribs into the body, no strain in the low back. Good. This time you'll keep your right hand long and bring only the left hand down. Turn your navel left. And inhale. And down. Follow the breathing, navel left. Reach your hands apart. And down. To reach and to stay. Building warrior one. Stand in your heel. Lift your right thigh, and from your thigh, your ribs back. Your spine tall, your shoulders wide, your elbows open, your finger joints open. Keep lifting your right thigh. Dropping your tail, it's active. There may be trembling. Tail down, ribs in. And hands down, step up. Let it through. To your dog. Step back, down, up. For 3. That we're moving with the breath, on the breath. Hands and knees, and you'll turn right over onto your back, exactly where you are, pivoting on the feet. Palms down. The right hand reaching overhead, and then back down, turning left. The left hand reaches over, looking up. As your hand comes down, turn right. So now at the hips, right hand, lift, hips up. And then exhale, roll down. Left hand and hips look up. Hips down, hand down, look right. Right hand and hips, inhale up. And down, look left. And the left side. And look right. Both. And elbows down, just a beat. Tuck a shoulder, tuck another, stand in your feet. And roll down. Turn your palms open for a moment, notice the circulation across the collarbones, across the thighs. To roll over, to dog. Is there a change? Can you feel a space across the collarbones, under the arms? And this is such deliberate asana work. We're reclaiming our voice, we're clearing our minds so that our words come through with a mastery, that our lives begin to take an intentional form all the way at the level of our thoughts. That's the use of our asana today. Walk your feet forward, sit your seat down, and plant your hands behind you, fingertips pointing in. Bend your elbows widen and round, tucking your chin. Press your hands down, elbows in, heart starts to come up. So round down, this is breathing out. Elbows in, hands down, heart up, this is breath in. Exhale, round, widen, curl into yourself. And then press down, heart comes up, stay. So the elbows open. The base of the thumbs, the base of the pinkies rooted into the floor. You can stay right there or lift your hips. Rock forward onto the balls of the feet. As you rock back, stand on your heels, hips up an inch. Rock forward. Hands peel off, heels peel off, and then hands down, heels down, up an inch. Rocking forward. And rocking back, feet down, hands up, heart up, looking forward if you choose, or tracing a line above you until you look to the wall behind, through the top of your head and down through the back of your head into your hands. Stand in your heels, stand in your hands. Let your arms warm up. Let the back of the head be heavy, the throat is open. And a tuck of the chin, looking forward. Bend of the knees, rounding down, elbows widen, let it out. And sit up tall, legs out long, staff pose. Bend your right knee, turn to the right. Straightening, bend your left knee, turn left, wrap your right arm around it. Start very softly. Center, turn right, exhale. Center, turn left, exhale. And continue. Inhaling in staff pose. Exhaling, loosen the swing of the arms, the ease of the body. The twist begins in the base and begins to move through the mid-ribs. Until it quickens. 3. 2. Sitting tall in your staff pose. Notice the spine, a clarity in the seat, going down, spine rising tall, heart up, chin. We have a tendency to put the work of moving our limbs into our shoulders, upper back, and neck. And so this sequence with cobbler is about putting the work below the navel. Move ourselves from our lower body. So hands can be behind you or beside as needed. And draw your heels in, feet together, knees wide. Here's your cobbler. From cobbler, we will extend out into boat. Back to cobbler. Heels wide. And cobbler. And staff. Sitting. And again, cobbler. Each posture is the exhale, the transition is the inhale. Exhale. Inhale up, exhale cobbler. Inhale change, exhale heels wide. Inhale cobbler and press. And staff pose. Boat pose. Cobbler. Heels wide. And cobbler. And staff. One more cycle. Cobbler. Press your knees down. Boat. Cobbler. Heels wide. And pause here. Hands behind you, heart forward, reaching to your heels or fingertips or palms or forearms. For 3. For 2. Upright, cobbler without using your hands. Hold your ankles, press your knees wide, heart up, 3. Legs out long. pause your playlist. Shake out your knees and your hips. So pause your playlist. And build your cross-legged seat. The purpose of our asana, clearing the static of the body, accessing the lines that move through it, and building an opening in the pelvis, a hinge of the hips, an upright spine, a lifted chest, so that we arrive ready to practice. Feel what you've made. We clear into our sound, just as we clear our hips, just as we stretch through the body and the body becomes more supple, more accessible. So too, we want to know and clear our own sound. This seed sound of clearing is E, and you feel the edges of your tongue touch the inner lining of your back teeth. E. So we'll do this count of 5, and then inhale count of 5. So in. E. Feel your body. Your throat, your face, your mouth. Let the back of your neck be long. The heart comes up, the chin lightly in. No strain. Clearing our sound with these seed sounds serves not only to access the energy that lives here, but if there are times when your intention is to express yourself but you don't quite know how, that somehow we're slightly unpracticed, this is the place to allow that to become easier, more familiar, more your own. It's not about how anyone else receives it. This is you for you. So vam, V-A-M, vam is the sound, forgive me, hum, H-A-M, hum is at the throat. And that is a steady repetition. Hum, 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 hum. 3, 2, 1, and pause. And the space is awake and clear and personalized, and we are ready. So steady movements, quiet mind, steady breath. That's all we're doing. come to stand and start your playlist. We are at nature, so just start at nature. Feet slightly distant, wider than the hips, palms at the chest, steady. Weight in your heels, toes are long, arms extending, chin lifts to follow your thumbs, and on the exhale it comes down. Inhale, extend, and exhale down. Explore the point of the chin, the back of the neck, the base of the skull, the chest, the abdomen, all the way into the feet. You have 3 minutes. Close your eyes and make it yours. Hint of a smile. Letting the mind become so quiet and restful and steady. As your hands come up high, lift your chin, release them. 3 more sips. Hard up, chin in, stay and reach. Lifting the pelvic floor down into the heels, up through the spine, top of the head, chin up. And breath out, arms down. Stay steady, down to a cross-legged seat or seated on a chair. Elbows bent, palms turn open, heart up, chin lightly in. Steady breath. This may be your work. Or arms out, palms open, bounce back. Inhale, turning left. Exhale, turning right. Keep your chin even, keep the tip of your nose even. And the slightest rinse through the neck. It's very delicate, it's very important, and it can also be very limited. Move steadily without force. In left, out right, eyes closed. Soften it if you need to. Steady the chin side to side. Three, two, and center. Inhale, hands up, 3 steps more. Heart up, chin in, keep that reach tall. Trace your attention up through the spine, through the body, through the throat, to the crown of the head. Reach beyond it to the fingertips, chin up, breath out, arms wide. Eyes closed, it's all just notice. There is a neutrality that you are accessing and amplifying. Roll your shoulders open, close your hands. Right? Any tension you generated, let it out. Hands to thighs, shoulder up, the other. Inhale up, exhale down. In, out, in, out. Close your eyes. Each exhale, you're just dropping the shoulders, dropping the elbow. Dropping the tension out of the upper shoulders, upper back, out of the breath. You're dropping all the reasons why not to use your voice. All the doubts or obstacles. Three, two, one, up, 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 and out the hands. Turn your palms open, drop your shoulder blades down your back, and then notice. Joy within you. It's just waiting. Unfold your blanket one time from your seat and put a block between your heels. If kneeling isn't accessible, then sit on a chair and do exactly as we do from the waist up. If you need 2 blocks it is. Start hands on thighs, a whisper of ha, right from the navel, out the mouth. Mouth closed, out the nose, same breath. Keep the breath, palms open. This may be your work right here, fabulous. Or arms out. Palms open, thumbs rolling apart, shoulder blades rolling together behind you. Steady breath. Light lift of the chin. Soften the shoulders, soften the jaw, soften the sides of the neck, the top of the neck. where the skull meets the spine, and begin to take it an inch back. Any tension in your low back, drop your weight more clearly into your seat. Let your seat go squarely down and your heart rising, and the spine follows between those 2 points. Any tension or unnecessary gripping of the back, come back up. Too much in the shoulders, bend your elbows. Lots of ways to adjust. You've got 20 more seconds. Five, 4, 3, 2, gently upright. Hands down, big breath in, heart up, chin in. Release a little, 3 more sips. Collarbones up, tuck the chin. Now call that up. This is Jalandhara, chin in, back of the neck long, heart lifted. Lift the chin to release the breath. And again, inhale. More, fill the collarbone. Tuck the chin, heart up, lengthen the back of the neck, stay 3. Lift the pelvic floor if you choose, 2. And then releasing the binds, notice. Soften any residual tension through the arms and the face so that you can have a hint of a smile. So that there's an invitation and an ease that starts to know this new quality of mind. An expansive quiet that is powerful and potentially joyous, stable and present, your inner guide. Set the blanket, set the block aside. And as ever, when we go way up, we bring it back into the body. Onto your back. Knees bend, feet flat to begin. Palms down the way we began. Right hand overhead. Right hand down. Left hand overhead. Left hand down. Right hand, right leg extends. Exhale back down. Left leg, left hand. Exhale down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Work there or hands to shins. Left side opens and left side closes. Knees bend, feet flat, turn your palms open, steady. There for a beat or legs out long, heels wide, release the feet and the knees, let the body open and receive. Where in your body is there more energy than before? And put the attention, the awareness, and the current of your breath into that space. Maybe the throat, the roof of the mouth, the navel, the hips. Breathe into those spaces of change and feel into them with your breathing. And breathe out any residual tension. The feet shake side to side, the knees up and down. Hands to shins, rolling to a seat. Hands back. So the way we had before, elbows bent, palms flat, turn your thumbs away, and your fingertips point back. And there's a rounding that can happen, and so instead, use your heels. Draw your heels towards your hips, and this will draw your heart higher. Little bend in the elbows. Chest is free and high. Jaw is free. Can be perfect right here. Long, steady breath. 4 in, 4 out, or 6 in, 6 out. Going on. Straighten the legs. Sit down into the seat, which opens the navel forward. Heart up. The spine is in the same posture as bridge, so shoulders wrapping in and back. Elbows softly bent. The heels pulling towards the hips. Keep the navel drawing forward and the heart is floating high. Long, smooth breathing. Close your eyes. The chin may begin to rise, and eventually the full posture, the back of the head drops back. Not appropriate for all necks. So you explore where it's appropriate for your body on this day. And give it a steady breath. We are here another 3.5 minutes. Inhale, fill the chest. Exhale, empty the navel, navel to spine. There'll be a challenge. It will grow brighter and you will breathe that brilliance into your body, and the body will stay accepting and inviting. And you will feel your own abilities grow. Heels are heavy, hips are heavy. Anchor into the root of your body. Use your heels to draw you into your seat. As you pull your heels towards your hips, your seat roots down, navel draws back, the heart comes up. Support yourself, soften, amplify your light and your response. without any harm. Just dancing with the edge of your intensity. Gently, the chin to drop, the chin to drop, the chin to drop, the chin to drop, the chin to drop. And walk your hands up and find staff pose. Fingers pointing forward, hands to the floor or to your thighs. Let your hands drop, opening the arms and lengthening through the back of your neck, tuck at the chin. And chin halfway up and halfway down. Slow, slow, sweet, and careful. And be still. Imagine that these are all circuits, conduits, and now they're open and prepared. And you come to kneel to finish. As though you would put all of the lights on the tree or around the room, and you plug them in. So kneeling or on your chair, block between the heels or two. Hands up high. Inhale forward, exhale back. So option number one, you could have your hands on your thighs for support. You could hold opposite elbows forward and back. Or hands up. Doesn't need to be big. Broad through the backs of the shoulders, open through the elbows, open through the finger joints. Steady. On the exhale, feeling the navel draw to the spine. On the inhale, drawing all the way up to the top of the head, to the fingertips. So you are washing energy up to the hands and back down to the navel. Feel there's a bit of a field that you can create up and down. And bring that into the body a little more deliberately. On the exhale, the base of the spine. On the inhale, the top of the head. Sliding your attention up and down the sushumna, the central channel. A bead of light, a beam of light. A little smaller. Keep the movement, your awareness through the spine. Three. Two. Good. Find the center. Pause. Turn your thumbs back, widen your hands, chin up, inhale, 3 sips. Heart out, chin in, lift the pelvic floor. Draw
Draw your attention up that line of the spine, top of the head, chin up.
Breath out, stay, let it go. Once again, inhale.
Triceps, heart up, chin in. Pelvic floor rising. Attention up the spine, crown of the head, chin up.
Exhale down. Totally at ease. Allow it in you, allow it through you, allow a new permeability. Be changed. Be explored, be known. You may stay as still as you are right now or coming to lie on your back in full rest just for the next 2 minutes. And I will stay right here, right now. Deepen your breathing. Hands overhead. Interlace your fingers, open up. And wherever you've been, wherever you've gone, gently building your way back to a cross-legged seat. Conclude with just 3 opens. A is in the belly, U is in the chest, M is in the head. Feel what you've opened, what you've made. Become more and more familiar with your own sound. 3 times. Inhale. Stay here as long as you like, bask in what you've made, and as you conclude, you sweep wide. Palms together, the thumbs to the forehead center. I bow to this. This is who I am. Sat Nam, 8 count Sat, 2 count Nam, inhale. Sat. 2 count Nam. 1. 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 Sat. 2 count Just let know. If you didn't get the newsletter, look for it on the website or let me know. And as you practice this month, this sequence, remember what's good. What's good this morning? What's good? Great bike ride with my son. Great to have my kids back in the house, back exploring and making and messing and cleaning, and the ordinariness feels remarkable right now. How different to tell you what's good rather than how am I don't know. But what's good, I know. Use it well, use it fully, share it out. Tell people where to come for more.